Thank you for stopping by Ballistic Barbecue. Today's video, Tiki dogs. Let's get going. All right, first of all, my apologies if you hear some background noise. They're redoing the road down below where I live, and the noise is coming right up the hill, and it's a little bit distracting, but I think we can get through this. Anyway, Tiki dogs. Basically, I came up with this idea when I was making some Sonora dogs the other day. I thought, you know what, I want to come up with a hot dog that incorporates a lot of those island flavors. First thing we're going to do is make a rum pineapple ginger glaze. I'm going to add 1 cup of pineapple juice, 1/2 cup of spiced dark rum. Have here some ginger beer, and I'm going to add probably about, I don't know, 3/4 of a cup or so. Now I have here a good teaspoon of freshly chopped and smashed ginger. Add that in there. Now this is palm sugar, and a good substitute for palm sugar would be brown sugar, but this stuff is great. I mean, it's got this really nice creamy consistency. It's not too sweet. I love this stuff, and I buy it at the Asian market, but I'll have a link down below if you're interested in checking it out. And that's about 3 tablespoons or so. I'm going to add a good pinch of red pepper flakes, a little bit of kosher salt. So what I'm going to do is simply allow this to come up to a boil, and I'm going to reduce it down to a glaze. All right, it's time to get those dogs prepped. Check this out. I stumbled across these things in the gourmet cheese aisle of my grocery store, just a regular grocery store. I have never seen these here in the United States, at least at a grocery store, and these are top-notch. They're made by Dietz Watson and are Black Forest dogs, and I mean, it reminds me of when I was a kid watching the cartoons, this dog running away with the dogs hanging out of his mouth. So natural casing, just like a hamburger. If you're going to do it right. Use good quality ingredients. So let's get these separated. Next thing I'm going to do is wrap these in bacon, but this isn't ordinary bacon. I actually marinated this in pineapple juice for about an hour. You don't want to do it much more than an hour with that enzymes. Poke a toothpick in the end here. Just wrap it up. All right, I have the Ballistic griddle on, I have a fryer, it's going to come into play later, and I have the grate right here. More of a mild heat right there, and for now, I'm going to put those dogs over the more mild heat. All right, now we're going to make a kind of a caramelized pineapple relish, and it's going to be a little bit more on the savory side. First thing I'm going to do is lay down a little bit of canola oil on the griddle here on the flat top. Again, the heat's a little bit more mild away from the rim, so I'm going to keep the pineapple over here. All right, now we're going to finish the pineapple off with just a little bit of salt. Adding a little bit of allspice, a little bit of ancho chili. Just kind of mixed up. All right, I have here shredded taro root, and I'm going to use this sort of a starch element. You could use like shoestring potatoes would be great. I mean, even those type out of a can would probably be pretty darn good. I'm going to fry these up. And I'm going to season this with just a little bit of salt. All right, now I'm going to take the dogs and just finish these guys off on the griddle here. All All right, these are looking good. I'm going to pull these off to the side here just to keep them warm. Now, obviously, you could use regular hot dog buns for this, but I wanted to kind of push it another step up. And I love these bolillo rolls. It's just, you know, it's that nice homemade bread. They're very, very soft. So what we're going to do now is steam these, get them a nice little steam, soften them up even a little bit more. Stainless steel lid, and just a little water. All right, and there we go. Nice light toast on the bottom, hot and steamy. Let's make some tiki dogs. We are going to start off by, obviously, getting those dogs on board. Toothpicks removed, of course. We're going to put down some of that pineapple glazed pineapple relish kind of stuff. Getting that savory spices on there. Yeah, that fried taro root. Now we're going to hit it with that glaze, that pineapple ginger glaze we made. Now this next ingredient definitely does not have anything to do with the islands, but I think it'll really complement this well. There's a little bit of heat going on here, and I think this will cut that. This is crema, Mexican crema. Kind of a little homage to the Sonoran dog here. There we go. I think these are beautiful, and I cannot wait to try one. This is a mouthful. Squish it up. I'm happy. This is really, really good. You get that kind of the savory beefiness of that really high quality hot dog wrapped in that salty sweetness of that pineapple marinated bacon. That, I don't know, I'm going to call it a relish, that caramelized pineapple with those savory spices. I'm really happy with that. There's a warmth there just because of the caramelized temperature, but then those spices definitely cut that sweetness, which I think would have been too much. And the glaze, that pineapple ginger rum glaze, I love that. It'd be good on pork. Crema, again, it did its job. It cut everything, cut the sweetness, cut some of the heat. And fried taro root, if you've never had it, you owe it to yourself to try it. This stuff's awesome. Again, a good substitute would be the shoestring potatoes and the bolillo roll. You can't go wrong with that. Just homemade goodness, so soft. And steaming it, you know, made it warm, so it's overloading the senses here. Anyway, guys, appreciate you stopping by. See you in the next video. Cheers.